She was in coma when she came to the hospital, but right now she's talking. We can communicate and she can tell me how she's feeling and what she wants.
Yes. Unfortunately, he passed away also. The patient who we had removed from home has also passed away.
It's been like this for a year.
Oh my God. This is not acceptable.
Right here is the crop that failed?
Yeah, the crop that failed.
And how big is her family?
Yeah, family maluramnade. Ini gefujadi.
Oh, daka.
Yeah.
Angija parga mama gnieka ginjapa. Duto kori were gintinda parga beach.
15. It is a family of 15.
Aid works when it's directed towards proven, measurable, monitorable, auditable technologies like immunizations, like bed nets, like medicines against malaria or river blindness, like soil nutrients and improved seeds to grow more food. If we did it, it would work, because when we do it once in a while, it really does work. The Millennium Villages should reach across all of the impoverished rural areas of the world. But you have to get started. And so we are getting started in two ways. One is to pick a number of sites that exemplify the kinds of problems that many, many villages, thousands of villages would face. We are here to try to understand the challenges that are confronting this community. These are, in short, villages of extreme poverty.
They don't
eat because we have no water, we don't drink water, we don't even wash our hands, and even we don't take the bath because of lack of water.
That's her water. Does she drink that water? And therefore help us to understand a much broader range of villages or a wide area.
Well, I mean, the water, it was in a place of erosion, and they've put up this structure to prevent further erosion.
Great Wall of Carraro.
This is one of the water harvesting technique which is implemented throughout the region by collecting water during the rainy season to utilize for supplementary irrigation as well as high-value crop production.
These are ideas where people know in the community what they need. Could it be economical to make a series of $8,000, $10,000 boreholes? But every detail of what they need, no, because they have not had the chance to work with a lot of these technologies before.
Only if we really deal with high-value crops, not for sorghum or any food crops.
We were able to help identify from outside some of that expertise, but also by the mere fact of this project getting started, many of those experts that were already locally present but had not been empowered because they didn't have the equipment, they didn't have the inputs that they needed to use their expertise, suddenly became empowered.
And our future plan down there with the help and assistance of the millennium.
Wonderful. The communities are actually organized. They have committees, they have structure. So I think that the next part of the strategy would be, of our own immediate strategy, is use the nucleus of these villages to do a big expansion in a whole district.
Ask her if this will be a good harvest.
Strong.
If you have a basic template of here are the things that are being done, and there should be clinic, there should be a school, the school should have meals, the farmer should get to fertilizer and improve seed before harvest and so forth, I think that can be done on a mass scale because none of those interventions is particularly complicated.
So you think you could tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain.
Since we started doing that, there has been a very good impact. They don't miss school because they know very well that when they go to school at lunch break, there will be something, whereas at home, maybe there will be nothing.
Every sub-location ought to have a little clinic like this.
Yes.
And with a medical officer and or clinical officer, drug supply, it would change the face of health in the country.
Absolutely.
But the important point is in that we will have villages that typify the agroecologies that represent a very large proportion of the poorest of the poor of Africa.
These are the bed nets. We'll distribute them the whole community, the whole households within the village.
It's still true that the vast majority of Africans living in endemic malaria areas do not have these long-lasting insecticide-treated nets, and within 3 or 4 years we ought to have complete coverage. That's what the world ought to be doing. And so from that research project, we'll be able to get a very rich and deep understanding of the specificities, the kinds of investments that can help lift these places out of extreme poverty.
She goes and teach them.
So she goes to other villages?
Yeah, to other villages and show them how all these things are done. That's when now people have realized now they are forming groups and they are taught on how to use the In fact, she's saying that in conjunction with the Millennium Village Project, now the importance of use of fallow will reach maybe the whole world.
Do you think you can tell? Did they get you to train your heroes for gold?
We're just within reach. We can see it now. The world's committed. The promises have been made. It's a matter of learning the science, understanding the demonstrations from the Millennium Research Villages, doing the scaling up, making the link from village to nation, from nation to the world community. Those linkages are coming into place. This time we really can make the breakthrough.